Here we go with this so-called major announcement.
I'm afraid this is a good news, bad news kind of night. And I've always been a bad news first kind of girl. So here goes. With our fearless leader, William Regal, returned, looking quite tan, might I add, the time has come for me to step down as your Raw General Manager.
I actually thought she did a great job, guys.
Are you kidding me, Byron?
Well, at least it was exciting.
All right, so there may have been some mixed opinions on my stint as GM, but I'm sure that's only because we all know where I really belong, which is fighting in a WWE ring.
Not sure that's the only reason.
Which is why I'm pleased to announce, given Becky's unfortunate medical status, at the hands of someone who William Regal has assured me will be dealt with, the Real Suits have decided to name a new #1 contender for the Women's World Championship. Me!
Huge news for the Women's World title.
And that championship match is happening right now!
After all the confusion around Survivor Series, we're finally getting to see Bianca defend her championship.
So, Bianca Belair, let's...
This woman just will not stop coming after the captain.
If her grievance was big enough to get her to take down the War Games cage in a tank, did you really expect her to let it go?
Hey there, friend.
Give it a rest, Shotzi. Haven't you done enough at this point?
I think what you meant to say is, thank you for making me #1 contender, Shotzi. Sorry you hurt your leg in that unfortunate tank incident.
Wait. How did you get hurt when you were driving the tank? Is this really all because I didn't give you proper credit for your terribly original idea of let's have a War Games match at Survivor Series?
And didn't even put me in the match. But no, this isn't an isolated incident. This, apparently, is just what you do. Playing in other people's sandboxes, stealing other people's ideas, and jumping every line. You may have William Regal fooled, but not me, and not the locker room.
Oh, I'm sure, Shotzi.
Cutting lines might work in TBD, but in WWE, there are consequences.
Bayley?
That's Bayley's music, but where is she?
Is Shotzi just playing mind games here? Bayley from behind.
Shotzi's found an ally who's not okay with being skipped over for a Women's World Championship match.
I don't blame her. It was supposed to be either Bayley or Becky. Cap weaseled in there.
Wait, we're getting a call from the back. This is an official match. Here we go. We thought it was all over at War Games, but Cap getting named #1 contender apparently upset certain members of the locker room.
Yeah, at least the ones who felt they were more deserving coming out of that War Games match.
Either way, Bianca Belair just got a night off, while two of her possible future opponents are going to tear each other apart. The Women's World Champion is the real winner here.
Oh, stop right to the hand.
And repeated impacts like that will weaken you mentally as much as it does physically.
She had it scouted. Heads outside, but this one has to end in the ring.
So take things into the ring.
The temple's being made a target. And Bayley connected nicely there.
She avoids the attack completely.
Brutality. Every strike more devastating than the last.
Rake right across the back.
All's fair in love and war, gentlemen. I saw nothing but effective offense.
Great counter. Oh. Escapes in a nick of time. Getting back into the ring. Placed in the corner.
Oh, what a forearm.
She's starting to look concerned.
Wow, reverse powerbomb.
Oh, what a forearm!
Big shot to the chest. Big plans in mind from this superstar. That is a lot of distance to cover. There is no way,
Launching themselves on a coast to coast.
That maneuver goes to show you how much speed kills.
Oh, straight forearm. Bayley showing no answer for the attack.
Any chance for Bayley's offense is being trampled. Denied with an elbow.
Kick to the gut. Hooked up. DDT.
She's pushed into the corner. This won't end well. Bayley's powerless here.
It's going to be hard to survive that.
Cannot finish Bayley.
2 count. An incredible victory for the captain here tonight.
She certainly solidified her position as the #1 contender.
Shotzi from behind with that crutch.
What the heck? She claims she was injured.
She was just pulling all our legs, Cole.
Shotzi laying the boots in now.
Compared to the Tank, this is nothing.
Finally, the referee getting control of the situation.
She's using the crutch on her throat. Shotzi wasn't done.
Russian leg sweep with the crutch.
At least Shotzi's made her point now, and we can finally get on to the business of the Women's World Championship next week.
I'm not so sure, Byron.
Neither am I. Based on what Shotzi said earlier, I doubt that this satisfied her desire for revenge. She's on a mission.
Does it look smaller?
Huh?
That's what kids always say when they come back home, right? They go off to the great wide world, come home, and everything looks small. Haven't seen you around here much lately.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a little smaller? I was in the neighborhood. Figured I'd stop in to get a few reps in before my big match with Bianca.
Shotzi's not also in the neighborhood, is she? You know my insurance doesn't cover tanks.
I don't think you have to worry. Tanks don't get great gas mileage, so she probably won't come crashing through the wall. No promises, though.
And just when I was starting to feel nostalgic about you breaking things around here. How are you feeling after that crutch attack?
I'm fine. Can you believe Shotzi's still bitter you didn't book her in TBD? And now she's turning it into a whole thing about how I stole her so-called War Games idea.
In fairness, it's you who didn't want to book her.
What? Really?
I believe your words at the time were, "I'm not impressed."
That does sound like me. But I was probably just being flippant.
Being flippant without thinking that your actions could actually have consequences? Yeah, definitely you. Then, on purpose or not, Shotzi effectively brings you up to the big leagues, and instead of any sort of thanks, you steamroll right into a fantastical whirlwind tour of all things WWE.
Let's be fair. I didn't steamroll right away. And Shotzi brought me to Raw so she could make an example of me.
Maybe, but is that also why she pitched you the idea for a War Games match when you were GM? A match you thought was a good enough idea to book but then shut her out of?
I never said it was my idea. Besides, it wasn't a groundbreaking suggestion, and everything worked out.
Right, because I'm sure the WWE Universe saw the superstar GM announce the War Games match, put herself in it, and then thought, who else can I give credit to for setting up this awesome main event? It worked out for you. And now you get a championship match against Bianca Belair. Shotzi? Not so much.
Jeez, whose side are you on, Geneva?
You know whose side I'm on. That's why I gotta be straight with you, to make sure you get your head right so you can take that title from Bianca.
You know, after ignoring WWE for so long, becoming their champion is the only thing I can dream of.
This is a moment of destiny for a woman who spent years crisscrossing the world and honing her skills before finally arriving in the big leagues of WWE.
You can really feel the electricity in the arena, Michael.
Waiting on the champion here.
It's obvious Bianca's playing mind games with her opponent.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Shotzi's vendetta against the #1 contender continues.
And it looks like she's had about enough of it.
No, guys, it's not what you think. I have a seriously heartwarming announcement. Bianca Belair can't be here tonight.
This is the second time the #1 contenders match has been called off.
No, I told you, it's actually heartwarming. Bianca was wrapping up an appearance at a nearby community center before the show when suddenly, out of nowhere, 3 buses of adorable children from a local school showed up, excited to meet the Women's World Champion. And you know how Bianca is. She wouldn't leave until everyone got a picture and an autograph. How those buses showed up just in time to prevent Bianca from making it here for her championship match tonight, we may never know. But Bianca just couldn't leave those sweet children hanging. Are you seriously booing children? Wow, what a bloodthirsty bunch you all are. I did feel bad that you didn't have a match anymore tonight, though. Oh no, it's not me. I have the night off from in-ring action, just like at War Games. But these three women do not.
Oh my, the Cap has history with all these women.
And we're getting word from the truck that she'll be facing them in a fatal four-way.
I think she said to bring it on.
Easy to say, harder to survive. Shotzi's curated a formidable challenge for the #1 contender.
Honestly, I'm just impressed that Shotzi managed to curate this match and 3 busloads of children in the same day.
What? That was Shotzi?
For God's sakes, catch up, Byron. Nonetheless, this is going to be a huge fatal 4-way contest here on Raw. Like you said, Corey, Cap definitely has a target on her back due to her history with the... She can end it here. Shoulder up, and the referee ends the count.
Getting that shoulder up seemed to be pretty easy. Leg drop.
That was a showing of control and aggression, something they'll want to keep up.
Taking this to the floor, clearly hoping something nefarious is beneath the ring.
Looks like she's opting to go with the old classic, a steel chair.
Oh, God, getting dangerously close to our desk.
That's it. I'm out of here.
You have solidified your name as a top athlete when you're able to pull off that move. Pulling him in for the breaker.
Right to the lower back.
A cutter. Off into the pin. She breaks the count quick.
She's still in this one. Thunderous club comes down. Very effective.
Kick to the gut. Misses the enziguri.
Through the back door, and the second time connects. Uh-oh.
We're gonna see it.
Power. Sit out power bomb.
Now that's what you call impact.
Taking this one back to the ring now.
Oh, my God.
Oh, right to the jaw. Will this be enough? And she breaks free before a 1 count.
She's really letting her opponent know how much fight she has. Oh, and she got out of there.
Mistiming with that springboard. Wow, running senton.
Man, that's gonna hurt.
She can end it here. Meanwhile, here's Rhea Ripley. Denying a 2 count there.
Loose cover leads to a strong kick out.
And now what is she doing? Leaving the ring?
She's taking time to strategize, Saxton. It's being smart. Tossed into the corner.
With the counter.
Ouch!
Oh, my gosh.
Just one step ahead.
Cardiac kick.
Showing off the quickness. That'll turn things around in a hurry.
And then delivers a jumping elbow drop. She's beginning to flag a little.
You could almost feel the intensity coming from Asuka on that attack.
Big forearm.
She avoids the contact.
Kick.
Oh.
Whack.
This is turning into Swanson Street.
Oh, what a clubbing blow. She manages to get control. There's return fire on Rhea. Head scissor. Liv Morgan with a 2-on-1 face breaker. That could have been it right there.
Kick to the gut. Hooked up. DDT. Boom. Whoa, that was a stiff chair shot to the dome. Shoulders down. Could she finally put this away?
And a major victory in her career tonight.
Here is your winner, Asuka!
An enormous win here in this fatal four-way match.
All these women were determined to win it all. This thing was really anyone's match.
It was you, wasn't it? You're the reason I'm missing my championship match with Bianca. Again!
Oh, it's hardly my fault. Your car service was way too willing to accommodate your new itinerary. You know, they really should have some sort of security on that. Figured the least I could do was play hooky from Raw 2 so we could have a little chat.
You really want to do this here?
Fight in an airport lounge? Absolutely not. They'd never let me back in, and I love their little mini cupcakes too much. I just want what's mine.
What exactly is that, Shotzi? I can't go back in time and hire you at TBD. I can't go back and put you in War Games. Your obsession with me is unhealthy.
What's unhealthy is theft. And I'm not just talking about War Games. You may have gotten a free pass from Regal to waltz around WWE, ripping off other people's ideas, moves, and gear, but you didn't get a free pass from me. You're the #1 contender. That should be me. Put it on the line in a match. Win or lose, we are done after that.
If it means never having to deal with your BS again, fine, you're on. But only because there's no way I lose.
From the moment the captain arrived in WWE, Shotzi has had it out for her. Now they finally meet again to settle their issues.
This goes back even further to the independent scene. It's a long-standing grudge that transitioned to WWE and then was punctuated with a tank attack.
It seems like a Falls Count Anywhere match is a perfect way for these two to wrap up their long-time battle.
Oh, a sudden cutter.
Looking for an early pin, and she kicks out.
I don't know if I would have gone for a pin so soon. Face plant.
Able to reverse. Shotzi caught by the counter.
Oh, God.
Boom. Shotzi isn't being given any room to recover.
Yeah, Shotzi finding herself on the wrong end of every exchange.
Coyote cutter. Kick to the gut. Hooked up. DDT. Looking wobbly in the corner.
She adjusts it and reverses it.
One reversal after another. These two are reading each other's minds.
This competitor has such a deep arsenal. We're about to see more of it. Springboard.
She's going for it. This could be. She doesn't even get a count of one.
What a kick out.
Swinging the elbow to halt the offense.
Lifts them up, then drops them down. Into a DDT.
Why? She had it right where she wanted her.
She doesn't want the suffering to end, that's why.
DDT. And face first flapjack. Kick down low and stuns their opponent.
That's a few times now she's taken a hit up in that region. Face plant.
Neckbreaker.
I don't know if Shotzi can withstand much more of this.
Destructive amount of work being done to Shotzi right now.
Stunner. She's on unsteady legs in the corner. Needs to recover. Oh, man. Nasty kick.
Shotzi with the retaliation.
And Shotzi stops any momentum that was building against her.
She was being tested, but now finally gets some offense of her own in.
Oh, I missed you. I wanted to knee you in the face again. Outside of the ring now.
What's the plan here?
And she's wasting no time kicking things up by bringing this chair into play.
Tossed back into the ring. Fishing for something beneath the ring. She's taking this outside. This one cannot be lost by countout.
Gentlemen, in the interest of self-preservation, I may have to excuse myself. Saxton, you hang tight. Let this play out.
The leg drop combo. No!
Judo throw. I don't know what you call that, but it hurt.
Can Shotzi survive this?
Placed into the corner. Forearm! Big kick. Out to the apron, gonna climb up to the top rope. What do they have in mind here? Opponent a long way away, all the way across the ring.
Coast to coast on the money.
Senton! Uh-oh, second rope. Guys, that might be the best moonsault ever.
I agree. Oh, man.
And Shotzi is being taken apart here.
Shotzi has to find an opening and respond.
Shotzi. Slice bread number 2.
Shotzi throwing caution to the wind there, and it paid off.
Full throttle, high octane, balls to the wall. Turnbuckle's the only thing keeping her upright.
Countered it just in time. Taking it to the floor. What's she gonna do?
Settling on the kendo stick. No good can come from this.
And she had Shotzi's number there.
to the back of the neck.
Stunner! Stunner!
Driving down a forearm into their jaw.
And this one might be headed ringside. Uh-oh.
Clearing the table.
They're going to take it to the next level.
What is this superstar thinking?
They're thinking about the end, finishing this thing off by any means necessary.
And we've seen blow after blow taken up in that area. Something needs to be done.
You have to show some remorse at this point, some compassion, and end this.
Launching himself through the coast to coast. Put into the corner now.
This has been such a back and forth matchup. She looks like she's willing to do anything to end this thing.
She may have to. These two have battled back and forth, thrown everything they have at one another, but what on earth is next?
Steadily climbing.
What could she possibly be thinking?
All the way to the top.
Shotzi is really falling behind.
Shotzi has run into a roadblock.
Uh-oh, second rope. Nobody home for that one.
Going way up high.
Outrageous balance on display, and drops the elbow.
Springboard! Shooting star!
Like a heat-seeking missile, hit the target right on the mark. Judo thrown into a DDT.
Can Shotzi come back from that? Everyone get out of the way. These two are abandoning all restraints.
Boom, what impact! Just a continuous rush on Shotzi here.
Shotzi has to find an opening and respond.
Uh-oh, positioning her opponent on the announce desk. What are they thinking now? Oh, my. DDT on the announce desk.
Uh-oh.
No.
And that was an efficient form of offense for that move.
Just crashing down with high impact.
Now would be the time for everyone to clear out.
Easier said than done. They are not concerned about anyone else's well-being.
And she slides her back to the mat.
Kick to the gut. Hooked up. DDT!
Shotzi isn't being... Look at this! Oh, no! Crashing hard onto the floor.
I don't care how bold you are, missing on those kind of maneuvers will send you to a medical facility.
Medical attention might be needed out here. That was a nasty landing.
Looking to end it here.
This could be it.
Still in it with a quick kick out.
Incredible power to kick out at just one.
Whip back into the ring.
Big time height on that kick.
She turns it right around with a counter. She goes back inside the ropes. Wants her set up in the corner.
Rips their opponent down with a snapmare, now positioning themselves on the middle rope, dropping an elbow.
Springboard!
Shooting star to the floor.
no sign of hesitation, and that risk gained big rewards.
Just carrying the opposition anywhere they want.
Shotzi kindly requests that you never wake up. Shotzi got it. Can she end it?
Is it enough? The cover! 2! What a kick out. I don't believe it.
Not about to go quietly into the night.
That took some serious endurance. I'll give you that.
That is firing your biggest shot, but leaving your prey left standing. Time to reload.
Everyone needs to get out of the way of this fight.
This feels so unsafe. And she is now laying her opponent on the announce desk, bad intentions in mind.
Oh, not sure what's next, but I'm certain it will not end well.
Over the announce table and a DDT with a thud.
Not out here.
You gotta be kidding me.
And that was a collision you don't want to be on the receiving end of.
Came down like a wrecking ball on a cinder block.
Oh, look at this.
I don't want to be part of these problems. Don't want to be part of this crowd.
Well, this is a warning to grab our stuff and go.
Keep it in the ring, please. Saxton's a very fragile boy.
Able to counter.
Oof. Shot to the gut. Wide with the enziguri, but through the back door, and the second time connects. Now would be the time for everyone to clear out.
Easier said than done. They are not concerned about anyone else's well-being.
She shoots up the top rope.
Dangerous thinking.
From the top, all the way to the outside. From ring post to ringside, risking it all paid off.
She throws her back in.
Kick to the gut. Misses the enziguri.
Through the back door, and the second time connects.
I don't know if Shotzi can withstand much more of this.
Destructive amount of work being done to Shotzi right now.
Kick to the gut. Hooked up. DDT!
And set right into the corner. Not where you want to be right now.
Oh, could this be it?
Jory.
Turn the lights out. Good night.
For the win. 2.
After years of antagonism, Cap has finally put Shotzi behind her. What a win.
I don't think Shotzi got the memo, Saxton. She's not going to take this insult lying down.
Spear out of nowhere from Bianca Belair.
The Women's World Champion just obliterated Shotzi.
Looks like Bianca's just as tired of Shotzi's shenanigans as anyone.
And now the champion and the #1 contender are facing off.
We may not have to wait for a match. This could jump off right here.
It's finally happening. The #1 contender and the Women's World Champion will finally go one-on-one.
It's about darn time.
This is going to be an epic clash for that championship, and I can't wait to see it.